Okay. Got my coffee, got my OJ, got my visual aids. Let's do this. Hi, Floss Tube. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for all the awesome just feedback and support you gave me on my first video. I was expecting to get, some nice comments and maybe a few subscriptions, but I've got 31 subscribers now, and I know, for people like PewDiePie, 31 subscribers, but still, for me, that's totally way beyond anything I was ever expecting. And I've met even more cool people, like Blimey Cat Stitches, who stitched the same water dragon I'm working on right now. Water dragon high five. And it's thank you all so much. This is amazing. Today, what I would like to do is to do a tag, because I watch other people do tags, and it looks like a heck of a lot of fun. So, without further ado, the Get to Know Your Needleworker tag, which who started this? Whimsidaisical started this. I haven't actually found Whimsidaisical's video. I got the questions from Catherine and not Catherine, Carolyn Mazzio in Australia, and also Nancy of Nordley Stitches, or Nordley Stitchy Corner. You know who I'm talking about, because she's awesome. Anyway, question 1. Where do you live? I live in the United States, in the Philadelphia area, and I love it so fuzzy huggy much. You should come visit. You like historical stuff? We got historical stuff. You like crafty stuff? We got crafty stuff. You like flowers? We got a flower show. Are you vegan? I'm vegan. We don't go hungry here. Are you not vegan? You won't go hungry here either. You like baseball? So do we. You like hockey? Go Flyers! We're not doing the playoffs this year, but it's okay. We still love the Flyers. You like football? I don't, but we have football and basketball. Philly, love it. What do you do for a living? I'm a birth doula. I'm also a at-home mom, which kind of meshes really well with being a birth doula. For those of you who don't know, which is probably most of you, I provide emotional, informational, and physical support to pregnant people. I'm saying pregnant people because trans men can get pregnant too. I generally work with pregnant people and their partners throughout the middle of pregnancy, through birth and postpartum a little bit. Any birth. You want an epidural? Cool, it's your birth. You want to go natural? Natural. I prefer the term unmedicated. Cool, it's your birth. You want to have a home birth and your midwife or doctor think that's safe? Cool, have a home birth, it's your birth. You want to be in the hospital or a birthing center or a field and you have support and medical help there with you? Yeah, it's your birth. I could make an entire video just talking about my job, but I'm not going to. I like it a lot. I get to, birth, there's nothing like it in the world. Question 3. What are your 3 favorite hobbies other than cross stitch? This was tough. I am a knitter, absolutely. And I am a spinner with a spinning wheel. I'm going to kind of lump those two together because they kind of go together really nicely. They're fibery. What other hobbies do I have? I love to cook and explore new recipes and bake and things like that. And I love to explore. I love to travel. I haven't actually traveled as much as I would like to. I have a preschooler. But we're going to get there. I've been to London, and I really want to go back and also to see more of the UK, because I was just kind of in London, and I also went to Windsor, and I went to Hampton Court, but that's not, and Stratford upon Avon, but that's not really seeing all of the UK. That's still just kind of London. But I want to go to Iceland, and I want to go to Newfoundland. I want to go everywhere. People talk about wanting to go to outer space, and I say, okay, going to outer space, that sounds really cool. I have not seen nearly enough of this planet yet. After that happens, then maybe you can talk to me about Mars. Not that I don't think space is awesome, and that astronomy and astrophysics are not awesome. They are, but I haven't seen enough of Earth yet. So those are my main hobbies and interests outside. Did I say reading? I think I did. It's early in the morning. Bear with me. Do you have any children? I had a child. I have a preschooler. It's kind of crazy. Do you have any pets? Yes. I have 2 cats. One of them's a dickhead. The other one's okay. They are named Alex, short for Alexandra, and Andre. Andre's the dickhead. Why are they named? There was a little sub-question. Why are they named what they are? My partner and I have a little bit of a Russian fixation sometimes, and our first 2 cats were Nicholas and Alexandra. Nicholas was my baby, and he got lymphoma about 3 years ago. And so we had to let him go. And we discovered that Alex is not suited to being an only cat. So we had to get Andre. And I think one of the reasons I don't like Andre as much as I was not really emotionally ready to get a new pet, but Alex was freaking out, so we had to get her a buddy. It's really weird. She's very finicky. Like, she'll be like, no, I can't be an only cat. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. Like, okay, here, we got you a friend. Like, why did you people bring that here? Good heavens. Cats are weird. Someday, when I don't live in a flat, I will have a dog. From a rescue. Rescue animals are the best animals. Question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question 6 already. What is your favorite movie? The Big Lebowski. I love the Coen brothers. Love, 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 love. True Grit was amazing as well. I also loved Children of Men, which is a really underrated film with Clive Owen. And who else was in it? Michael Caine. And Julianne Moore was in it for about a nanosecond. And those are the ones that really come to mind. I really love film and movies and plays and things like that, so it's hard to pick. Like, I could go on forever about things that I really liked, but I'd say my favorites are those. I found a cross-stitch chart the other day that says the dude abides. I want it. I want it. Question 7. What is your favorite TV show? I'm not really a big network TV person, but just favorite shows in general. I'm really, for the most part, digging Game of Thrones. Season 5 premiere was last night. Cautious optimism. I thought it was a pretty good start. Game of Thrones is on notice with me because I'm really getting sick and tired of the surprise rapes. And if there's one more surprise rapes with no warning, I'm not going to watch anymore. That's just me. But I think, other than that, I think it's a really well done show, and I'm really having fun with it. I love Doctor Who. I love Firefly. One of my favorite shows HBO has ever done is The Wire. If you haven't seen it, you should look into it. I think that's about it for TV. I want to watch Deadwood because it's only 3 seasons long, and I like Wild Westy stuff. Cat. That was a cat sneeze. What else? Gesundheit. Breaking Bad, I've been told I should watch. Haven't gotten to it yet. The Walking Dead, I don't think I'm actually going to do. I think what I'm going to do with The Walking Dead is actually just track down the graphic novel series and read that. If you love The Walking Dead show, just let it go. It's not personal, just let it go. So that's about it for TV. What is your favorite music? Question 8. Oh man. Everything. Just about. The very first CD I ever bought for myself when I was young was Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette. And I still listen to that. I'm a big fan of her. I love Ani DiFranco. I love Dar Williams. I love Black Flag. I love Metallica. I love V&V Nation and Typo Negative and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj and Simon and Garfunkel and Billy Joel and Elton John and Aretha Franklin and Great Big Sea. I have seen Great Big Sea live. They were great. I desperately want to see them again. I have also seen the Trans-Siberian Orchestra live. Would happily see them again as well. I desperately want to see the Foo Fighters live. Just about anything. I love music. Oh man. Janelle Monáe. If when I'm on my deathbed, Janelle Monáe just comes and sings to me, I'll be like, okay, I can go now. Love her too. So, that's it for music. Question number... Is this 9 already? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Wow. What is your favorite book? Let me show you some. Excuse me. Vitamin C. I have 4 here beside me. The first one I'm going to show you, this is the Book of Ruth by Jane Hamilton. I read this for the first time when I was about 14. And I appreciate it more as an adult than I did back then, but I'd kind of latched onto it as a favorite because it was the first adult novel that I ever read that wasn't Agatha Christie or Stephen King or something from school. It is about a young woman with a learning disability who no one in her family or in her school really understands learning disabilities, so she's always kind of felt like she's stupid and worthless. And the book is about her journey to, at the very, very end of it, realizing that she is not stupid and she is not worthless. So, yeah, The Book of Ruth by Jane Hamilton. Published in the mid-90s, I think, originally. Where am I going to put you? Put you down there. American Gods by Neil Gaiman. I love Neil Gaiman. This is my very, very favorite thing he has ever done, ever. I have read it about 5 times. I will read it I will always read it. It is about a man named Shadow, who is in prison because he participated in a robbery, and he gets out of prison to go see his wife, to go home to his wife, and she's been killed in an auto accident. And he meets a man who calls himself Mr. Wednesday, who offers him a job as a bodyguard. And then magic starts happening. And it is delightful. American Gods. You all know who Stephen King is. I don't think anyone can be literate and not know who Stephen King is. Do you know his son writes books? Writes scary books. Joe Hill. My next favorite book, Nosferatu, by Joe Hill. Now, if you are in the UK, and I'm not sure if this also applies to folks in Australia and New Zealand, because of a copyright issue, the title is Nosferatu, but it is spelled N-O-S for R2. There was some copyright snafu. I don't know all the details. This book hits me right in, this book makes me really happy from a feminist standpoint. Our protagonist is a girl and then a woman named Vic McQueen. She's a hero, she's flawed, she's human, she's an actual person. She's not, like, she's an actual, accurate depiction of a real, actual woman. And so if you would really appreciate that, just outside of just the horror thing, I think you'd really enjoy this book. There is a very bad man named Charlie Manx who kidnaps and kills children. And there's this little girl named Vic McQueen who when she's on her bike, and rides really fast, she finds this bridge. And if she crosses that bridge, she can find things that have been lost. And one day the bridge takes her to Charlie Manx's house. And horror and hilarity and all of that ensues. It's a great book. It's creepy. It's scary. It will make you cheer. The protagonists are wonderful and realistic, and you'll love them. And the antagonists are terrifying. And if you like scary books, I highly recommend. Last one. Man, this video is getting long. If you're a knitter or a crafty person in general, you have probably heard of Stephanie Pearl-McPhee. Stephanie Pearl-McPhee, also known as the Yarn Harlot. Last March, I got to meet her. And so this book, her most recent book, The Amazing Thing About the Way It Goes, which is a memoir. It's not actually crafting related. She wrote this. This is the one book of memoirs she wrote that doesn't have anything to do with knitting. It's really fun. I really enjoy memoirs and personal essays. This is my favorite book because she signed it for me. You can also find her. I'll put the link to her blog in. It's just theyarnharlot.ca/blog. I think I'll put a link below. But yeah, she's funny. She's funny. She's wise. She's honest. You should give her a look. Another book that I don't actually own a copy of in the memoirs category is The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. If you have not read that, I highly, highly recommend it. It is about the year following the sudden death of her husband. And if you're not familiar with Joan Didion, you really should be. She's a literary icon and a feminist literary icon in the United States. She covered everything, and she and her husband used to, like, they used to be in California, and they did screenwriting too, which she covered, you know, race riots in LA, and she covered the Beatles, and she covered Roe versus Wade, and she just, you gotta love Joan Didion. Anyway, The Year of Magical Thinking is another one of my very favorites. So that's it for books. Oh, this one's hard. Question 10 is hard. I should have asked my partner. What the heck? What is one word that describes you best? Passionate. I'm actually kind of an introvert, like in real life, but with things that I really care about, you know, like my job or reproductive rights or animal rights or just my friends and anyone who's having a hard time, I get really passionate about things that I care about. So I'd say that's one word. I could also say, you know, shy and uneasy in large groups. That's not one word. Anyway, let's go with passion. Last question. Who inspired you to make YouTube videos? All of you. All of you. So this video is over 20 minutes long. I'm going to do a part 2 probably later today, if not tomorrow, and I'm going to talk about knitting and some spinning, and I'm going to show you some other cross-stitchy stuff too. Some progress. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Was this tag fun? I had some fun, just kind of rambling on for a while. If there are any other tags you would like me to do, leave me a comment. Let me know. And again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.